Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another handover help video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new BMW 2 Series Coupé. So I'm going to grab the camera, we're going to take a walk and talk around this car, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that you're going to need to know on your 2 Series Coupé. So here we go. Let's start off by talking about what this car is real quick before we get into the handover side of things. This is a 220i M Sport Coupé finished in this glorious skyscraper grey with an M Sport Pro Pack. Other than that, it's more or less a standard car. And I mean, for a standard car, look how aggressive and awesome it looks. Look at how good this bonnet looks here with the power bulge. Really cool looking car. But let's run through some of the things that you're going to need to know when living with this car. So we'll firstly start down the rear with the boot. So you open it up just by using the handle here, not electronically folding on this particular car. We have our warning triangle here, of course, if you need to pop it out if you break down for any instance, which I don't imagine you will. Right hand side, we have a first aid kit here. We've got a couple of lashing points here as well. We've got the owner's manual here, and we've also got the tow hook here. Other than that, it is a pretty standard boot. If you wanted to drop the rear seats, there are these buttons here and here. So if you wanted to use those to drop the boot. The main bulk of what I'm going to tell you though is inside. But first things first, let's just open the door with these lovely flush door handles. If you wanted to open your bonnet, you just need to double click here and the bonnet will open. So around here, I'll just show you a few things on here. Now, for any reason, if you need to jump start another car, for example, you've got 2 points. So your positive is here and your negative is here. Your washer fluid is here. And if you need to top up oil, it is here. But other than that, hopefully, fingers crossed, you won't ever need to go underneath the bonnet. But as I mentioned, let's go and take a look inside, because that is where the vast majority of help is going to be needed, of course. So we'll open it up and we'll jump straight into it by starting on the right hand side here. So of course you've got your lock, your unlock button here, your window controls are here, and if you wanted to adjust your wing mirrors, they are here on this button. Just flick from left to right to choose which you want to adjust. Let's jump right in. And let's start this by talking through what we've got on the right hand side. So here we have our light controls. Unlike a lot of new BMWs now, they are still physical controls down here. All you're going to want to really do is click auto here and let it do its thing. This button on the right hand side, this scroller, changes the brightness of the displays all around, and to be honest, I like having that nice and low because they can be just a little bit bright at night sometimes, but they are still super cool screens. And let's just turn the ignition on so we can get them going. So we've also got the adjustments here. So if you wanted to change where the air comes out of the vents, that is this toggle here. The stalk behind the steering wheel on the right hand side is your windscreen wiper. So if you pop it up into this position, you'll notice the green light comes on to the auto, and now you've got automatic windscreen wipers. If you wanted to change the sensitivity, you just scroll through this button here. On the right hand side of the steering wheel, we have our media controls. So we have our volume controls here, we have the voice control, we have the phone, which I'll show you how to pair very shortly, and a menu button here and a scroller here. Left hand side, we have the cruise control, the speed limiter, and so on. You set the cruise control just by pressing the button here and it'll set to whatever speed that you're going. If you wanted to increase and decrease, it's this toggle here. And then of course cancel and resume say exactly what they do on the tin. Before we move on to the iDrive, because this is the most complicated thing, we'll move down to the center. So down here there is a distinct lack of air conditioning and buttons, but don't worry, I'll show you how to do all of that very soon. But we've got the full front demist, the rear demist, we've got a next track and previous track button and a volume knob here, plus your hazard lights here. Down in the middle, if you have got wireless charging pad on your vehicle, it will be here. This particular car doesn't have it, but we've got a traditional USB socket here and a 12-volt plug here, which is still quite nice to see. 2 cup holders on there. As we move further back, this is your main control unit for a lot of the vehicle. You've got your traction control button up here, your parking button here, your start stop button here, obviously the engine start stop button here, the Sport, Comfort, Eco, Pro, still super simple in this car, so lovely to see. Then auto hold. Now this button will just turn the handbrake on when you come to a stop, and then you can lift your foot off the brake and it won't have that automatic creep forwards. This is your normal handbrake, so you can lift and release there. You've got your park button here for your gearbox, and then your gearbox controls. So you've easily got drive down the bottom, reverse up the top. Left hand side, we've still got an iDrive controller. Now these are disappearing very, very quickly on BMWs. However, in this vehicle, we still have an iDrive control, which is quite nice to see, and you can scroll through menus here. But to be honest, you're mostly going to use the touchscreen. That's what I found anyway. So let's get into this system, because there's so much to cover. This is the brand new system for BMW, the brand new operating system. It does run wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay, which you want to pair via going onto the 4 little buttons here, and then you need to go across to mobile devices. Now, it does take, there we go, it's here on the right hand side, mobile devices, connect new device. Then all you need to do is select your device from this menu and follow the on-screen instructions to activate. Super, super easy. Give permissions for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Really, really simple. We also recommend that you link your BMW ID to the car. Now, this will give you a host of features, and let me just get my phone so I can show you the app, because it is absolutely brilliant and I would highly, highly recommend it. So it's called the My BMW app, and once done, if I show you mine, this is what it will look like. So you can see loads of different features of the car. So your state of charge, your battery, actually need to go and get some fuel. You can lock, unlock, flash the lights and so on. And you can also access all of the proactive care features in here. So we can look after you without you even needing to get in contact with us. Make sure you accept all relevant permissions on here to do so. But that is what we would highly, highly recommend. Please do link your car to your app, because it is super, super useful. We've also got a load of other features in here. So the Connected Drive Store, if you click on this, you can add more features, for example, like speed, camera recognition, and so many different things. It's really quite cool. You've then got your displays. So if you want to go in here and change what's on your instrument cluster, and you can get a G meter, which is pretty cool in there. You can change your speed to miles an hour and kilometers an hour. You've got a speed assistant in there too. Loads and loads of different content in there that you can go and adjust. Your doors and windows. Now this is quite an important one that I get asked quite a lot. As standard, the cars come, as you can see, when you click the key to unlock the driver's door only, you're going to want to go in and change that to all doors. Makes it so much easier. These cars also can have an audible beep when you unlock and lock. That's done there. And flash when locking, unlock the doors at the end of the journey, and so on. There's loads of different options in there. You've got automatic windows, so when you click the button, it can come down. You've also got your driving settings in here, where you can go in and change all the driving assistance. So of course the cars now come with front-end collision warning, lane departure warnings, and all sorts as standard by law. You can go in here and change the sensitivity of those. So for example, if you wanted to go in here and change the collision warning from early to late, or even turn them off. However, just be warned that every single time you get back in the car, they will all reactivate. You can also go in, change your exterior lighting. So if you want your indicator, just a little blip here to only flash once, it's in there. You've also got it to do 3 times. You can change if you wanted to go to Europe. You can change from right-hand drive to left-hand drive traffic, and so on. Interior lighting is another really cool one. You've got ambient lighting in the car, which I'll show you if I change this to a more prominent color. So let's go with turquoise. You have the turquoise strip here, and then on the doors as well, this lovely ambient lighting pattern here. But you can go in here and change it. There is loads of colors to choose from. Let's go to flamingo, just because it's quite a bright color. There you go. Cool thing to behold. And then you've got all your different stuff. So your live vehicles. So this will show you your tire pressures, when your next service is due, and so on. I mean, there's just so much in here. Your owner's handbook is pretty much all electronic, so you can go in here and search anything that you need. You've got Spotify, you've got, I mean, there's just so much of weather. I mean, System settings, you can go in here, do your date and time, set it to automatic so it just does it itself, which is the easiest thing to do. You've got your units, so if you wanted to change MPG, miles, if you wanted to change it to kilowatts or horsepower, loads of different things in there. Sound, if you wanted to go and adjust your speakers. So for example, if you wanted to up the treble, the bass, the balance, it's all done in there. And I mean, that is a real overview of some of the stuff that this car can do. But the big thing, you've noticed I didn't see air conditioning in there. But what you need to do, press this little fan button down here. Let's turn them on. You can see this is now the air conditioning screen. It's currently set to auto, so it basically will sort itself. But if I take it off auto, this is what you get. So you can change your fan speed here. You can change where the air is coming out, which is really quite nice. You can have max air conditioning for on a hot day. You've got full automatic demist. You can synchronize both sides as well. The air recirculation, oh, let's just turn that down because that's very loud indeed. Let's drop it off. You've got your air recirculation here, which you can set to automatic and so on. And then your heated seats. So they look like they're not on here, but all you need to do is press down here and it's there. One simple button to go through. Really, really simple. It sounds like it might take a while to get used to, but trust me, it is super, super intuitive and super easy to use. But I mean, that is pretty much everything that I can think of right now. Actually, let's finish on this button. Quite an important one. This is your SOS button. Now, if you are in an accident or so and the car registers it, it will come up and call that automatically, and it can send emergency services to your exact location. Or even if you see an accident, you just press that button and you can report it through there. Super, super good. It works on a separate SIM card in the car, so it doesn't use your phone data or anything like that. But other than that, that is the BMW 2 Series Coupé. Some handover help for you if I have missed something, because I'm sure I have, because there is so much on these cars to cover. Do please ask the question in the comments below and I'll endeavour to answer every single one. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come, and eventually I'm going to have a handover help on every single model in the range. So please do keep watching, please keep supporting for so much more to come.